And now, please welcome our competitors. Representing Italy, this is Matteo Borsani. Representing France, please welcome Antoine Balanant. Our World Archery judge for this match.
Here come the two archers for the under-21 recurve men's bronze medal match. Matteo Borsani of Italy,
for the recurve
Antoine
under-21
Balanant
men's
of
category
France.
here at the 2022
Borsani, a
World Archery
19-year-old
Field
Italian
Championships.
silver medalist,
First target,
the mixed
20
teams
centimeter
recurve
birdie,
under-21
shot at
competition
15 meters.
with Iko Rolando and Antoine Balanant, who won gold in the recurve mixed teams under-21. So these two met yesterday, albeit in a teams competition final. A great effort from Antoine Balanant to win gold with Audrey Machinette. And here we go with the men's bronze medal under-21 competition. Borsani losing to Rufus Murillo of Spain by 6 points in the semis, 60-54. And Balanant losing to Krejci of the Czech Republic, 60-53. Both young archers on the rise. Borsani and Balanant, these two actually topped qualification as well. Borsani with a score of 706, Balanant with 670.
There it is 5 for Matteo and a 4 for Antoine.
So we are underway at the first target, which is 15 meters away on the bunny target. And these two archers are not hesitating to get into the match, as they go for that small target face of just 20 centimeters. The last arrow is coming up for each of them here. They have 2 minutes to complete their 3 arrows.
4-4-4 to finish for.
Now Balanant looks like he has scored 3 4s in his, or Borsani rather, scored 3 4s. Last arrow here for the French archer. Oh, it's a beauty. Always nice ending and end with a 6.
Right now, 14 points on the board for Mr. Balanant.
Beautiful last shot by Antoine. I wanted to mention this in the previous match as well. We saw in this one, like the first target, it's a 3-spot target, so 1 arrow goes in each little target. And it's interesting to note that each archer, they have their own routine, let's say. So both of them started the center target, but then Antoine went to the top one while Matteo shot the bottom one in his second arrow. And I believe this comes from indoor target archery shot at 18 meters, something completely different to what we're watching now. But, you know, these things, they just come as a kind of a comfort thing. So you just feel more comfortable shooting in this order, even though it doesn't really make a big difference. But yeah, in this environment, you just want to do everything you can to feel at home, to feel more comfortable. And now that maybe nerves are not as high, we're getting into second end. Let's see how it goes. Everything tied, all level, and yeah, start of second end.
Yes, indeed. Borsani's actually first arrow's been upgraded to a 6. So 14 all is the score. Borsani 19, Balanant 18. Neither of these two archers has an official world ranking at the moment, but they're both very talented. We see Borsani on the right. And they're going at the target, which is 50 meters away. Target number 2.
Borsani with a 4. Mr. Balanant.
Looks like Balanant has got a 1-point lead after opening with the 5. The other thing too, Bernardo, is that unlike target archery, the two competitors are a lot closer to each other, aren't they? I mean, in target archery, they're quite separate. There is some distance
Balanant
between
with a 4.
your
And so,
opponent, but here they're pretty much right next to each other.
23 points each.
Yes, yes. You know, of course, you have no direct influence over your opponent, but of course, in any discipline of archery, sometimes we feel like a little bit affected, or there I am affecting, like lots of mind games, body language. But now, as you pointed out, like being so close, this happens, you know, with the greater strength, and you just got to keep your focus on the task at hand, which is shooting as close as you can to the center of the target.
5 to take the lead for Mr. Balanant.
Yeah, it's a nice dynamic shift, isn't it? So looks a pretty even
1 point lead unofficially on the board.
end there
Antoine
too
Balanant
for
of
the
France.
2 archers.
Heading over to target number 3 now, which is a 40-centimeter face at 25 meters.
So we'll just wait for those scores to come through, and it looks like we might have a 1 point lead for Balanant at this stage. His last score was a 5, and that will have given him a 1 point lead. But, it's a pretty even match halfway through this bronze medal encounter.
Absolutely. And from the last matches, we saw that, you know, nothing is a given. You just got to keep your game as high as you can until the very end of the match. Matteo Borsani,
Scores are
like
confirmed, and on
his
the board,
shot
28
seems to
points
be
for
like,
Antoine
you know,
Balanant
it's a very
of France,
strong, full of
27
energy,
points for Matteo
and
Borsani of Italy.
yeah, I think
Halfway
he
mark
finds
in this
himself in
bronze
a
medal
in a good
final, the
position in
recurve
this match.
under
He's just got to maybe,
21
you know,
gentlemen.
direct it a little bit better, just control it a little bit more. We see a lot of movement after his shot. But Antoine Balanant also with a great performance, and we left the comfortable position of leveled feet but high angle, and now we get to unleveled feet but flat surface, and let's see how it goes. Start of third end.
Third end is a 25-meter target. That target face 40 centimeters in diameter, so each end very different from the previous one. Balanant confirmed with a 1 point lead. He's closest to camera.
Shooting simultaneously, but a better payoff for Mr. Balanant, who shot
It
a
looks
4.
like
Looked
Balanant
about
has got
2
a
for Mr.
little
Borsani.
gain there. Both shooting at the same time. Borsani only opening with a 2 there. It could have some major ramifications for him.
Mr. Balanant with a liner 3-4. And it's a
Much better second arrow from the Italian.
4 for Mr. Borsani, unofficially.
So Borsani catches up.
2 point lead for Mr. Balanant.
Cuts the deficit by a couple of points there. He really needs a 6 here for his last arrow.
Mr. Borsani with a 5-4 liner.
He's just hung it left. Similar spot there. One of those maybe line lickers, so we'll see.
And Mr. Balanant with a clear 5.
So
So
5
each
hits
archer
right in the
has
heart of the
one
5
arrow
zone.
and
So it
master
looks like,
illuminated
Bernardo,
into
that
it, which means it could
Balanant
become
has
the
got
next
the
higher
advantage
value
heading
when
into
judges
this
have a
all
close
important
look.
last end.
Currently, our board shows
Yeah,
40
and
points for Mr.
something
Balanant.
interesting
And
to
Mr.
note,
30, Mr.
at the
Borsani
second
has
target,
37 points
I
on the
believe
board.
both of them were
After judges have a
shooting
close
behind
look, we'll see
shade,
if there
under
are
the
any
shade.
adjustments to the score.
And now that
Final
they're
target is going to be
shooting
a
under
60
the sun,
centimeter face
I
at
think
35
this
meters.
really changes the
it's a
string
challenging
blur.
shot
So
with a
for
slope uphill.
the audience who's not very acquainted with archery, seeing the string and where you place it on the bow is a very important part of aiming. And then if that changes from one target to another, it might affect the lateral, you know, how you hit on the sides. And we saw both of them hitting on different parts, different sides of the target, but then having to adjust towards the end. And I believe that whether the sun is hitting directly or not, it makes a big difference on that.
Antoine Balanant, 40 points.
Yeah, looks, that's an
Matteo
interesting
Borsani,
observation, because
38
yesterday
points.
the archers were finding
Archers will continue
target
to
number
shoot
3
simultaneously
quite
as we finish this
comfortable,
match in
but not
regulation
today.
scoring.
The scores have not so
If
far
there's a tie, there
reflected
could be a shoot-off
yesterday's
on
scores in the teams event, so it's an interesting
target.
observation you've made there. So that last arrow from Borsani has been upgraded to a 5, so he goes to 38 points, and He is 2 behind Balanant, the French archer, heading into this last end. Last 3 arrows for the 2 archers. Bronze medal at stake here for these 2. Francis Balanant, 40-38.
Four points for Mr. Borsani of Italy. And a 4 for Mr. Balanant. Each archer with 2 arrows remaining.
Borsani has 2 arrows left here, and we're still
France, Mr. Balanant.
Got that 2-point advantage for Balanant.
Mr. Borsani with a 5. Mr. Balanant with a 4.
So,
1 point
one-point
separation
game
in
with
favor
1
of the
arrow
archer.
left. Stakes are high here for Borsani.
5 points.
Oh,
to
just a
finish for
touch
Mr.
high,
Balanant,
but it's pretty
48
good.
points on the board.
It's pretty good. So,
52 points
Balanant
on the
needs a
board.
5 here to
Borsani
win
finish.
the bronze medal. Wow. Pressure of the situation is now affecting the French archer. Got to compose himself here. Borsani's done his bit. All he can do is wait and hope. Balanant for a bronze medal. Anything
5
gold
finish
will
for
do.
Mr. Balanant.
He's got it just.
That gives him victory
Again,
by
he's
1
touched
point.
the line, and
This bronze medal
Balanant
final.
looks like he's got it by
Antoine
a point.
Balanant.
That is nerves
Bronze
of
medalist.
steel right there
Congratulations to
for
Matteo
Balanant,
Borsani of
and
Italy,
look at
making
the
it to
relief on
finals
his
here
face.
today.
It's fantastic.